video, I want to share few words about rowdy activities of Sun TV. Sun TV and other relative supportive peoples like Stalins and Karnanidhi's supportive groups who are doing prostitution inside the Indian country using the Asura powers in the sky. This rowdy group now asking the Rajyam in Karnataka by saying they are by starting the Udaya TV. This Udaya TV is in Karnataka and they are cheating the Karnataka people and they are threatening the Karnataka people and they are doing prostitution in Karnataka also by saying you should not create any Madakosi and Das language because you need to submit that to me. I want to do that. By saying this type of words, they are giving man waste in the internal tongue of the god Ayangaran along with Varadarajan and their supportive groups. These type of groups should not teach by any lessons by the staffs of the earth. This should come in execution because these type of accused will not get good things or they will not get anything good. Always they will do this type of activities. Today what happened, they did they last 2 or 3 months they called one female for raping. That female now go to that Sun TV for doing sex with some people, so they release some slaveness of some people. This is happening today. Daily this is happening. They are asking one females from the one family. Now they are asking global presidential female in Sun TV house. Actually that Sun TV house is a rowdy house. It's full of rowdy. They are saying some jokes to the global televisions by saying Sun TV is a very great power than global powers. So we want your president in our house. So you should not create any language. We because Sun TV, the rowdy groups don't know about the language what you are saying. So we will give man waste to your internal tongue. By saying this type of words, they are killing lot of my language, Madagosi and that language related peoples and students and other childhood peoples. These type of criminals and accused should punished by the Guru Bhagavan. They should not, that total inam and total gulam should not teach by anything. They should not teach by anything to this type of people, and they should given by the man waste. Then only they will, that type of female males and other peoples will realize their fault. By calling them to school, they have to given by all the staff need to give the man waste to this type of Stalin type of rowdies. Then they will realize their fault and they will return to their work. I am doing my work in my house. They are coming to my house and they are giving this type of activities towards the Das language and Madakosi language. I am doing Das language and Madakosi language in my house. They are having a lot of money, so they can create their own things. They sent nearly 700 crores inside my house and they take on to my spams. And they created something inside my body by saying I created some Namar caste. They don't know what is called Namar caste. They are saying simple words. I created one Namar caste inside the earth after raping using 700 ghosts. They raped using 700 ghosts. And they said, I created one Namar caste. He is Namar fellow, so I created some Namar fellow. By saying this type of words, they are doing forgeries. I notify this in my Facebook. Further, they are giving man waste in my internal tongue. They are having that much timur by saying we are having strength, chest power, so we are having the power to roam in the sky. By saying this type of words, they are taking their own activities inside the earth. They don't know what is called law. They don't know what is called ruling. Why they are getting the political party? No one knows that. All the election commission is giving who are all sanctioning the party, all are giving all the things. They don't know what is called criminals. They are allowing this type of criminals in the political party. These political parties are standing in the election. How then people will get benefit? How the country will grow in the earth? In the earth, Indian country is in the situation of very worst condition. It is one of the poor country in the total 255 countries. If Prime Minister is saying, I want to develop the Indian country by saying daily he is reading that were in the meetings and other things, but they will not take any response regarding that. They along this street, I wrote my letter to the Prime Minister regarding this type of things. They are not ready to hear anything and they are doing their work, and by saying we are going to develop the country. How they are going to develop, no one knows. This type of universal terrors and this type of attack is happening inside the earth. I point out these type of peoples are these type of terrors. They are not ready to take any action. They are providing all the facilities to them, and they are taking all the other good peoples and the other people's life for them. This type of activities they are involved, and they are by saying we are improving the Indian country wealth and health and securities. By saying this type of art, they are doing all the forgeries and all the things. This is happening today. As per my view, they last 3 or 4 months they called on female for their sexual itchai. They are having some itchai on some female. Further, they slaved a lot of people. They are shooting a lot of people. They are torturing a lot of people and calling that female to their bed. I think yesterday night, that female was in the bed of the Sun TV and related some people. So they remove some people's slaveness. Like that, they are saying they are called that female in green color sari to their bed. That was happened like that. I heard from some peoples. That type of criminal peoples, they should not allow to the election commission should not allow these type of criminals inside the election. At least they can do this type of activities. Daily they are taking on females to last their virgin, and they are killing the related husbands of that life partners. These type of things they are doing by saying I am having this much powers, I am having this type of talents. By saying this type of things, they are doing this type of activities. Being a global president, I try to create one type of my field related work only I am doing. They are having that type of criminal activities to collapse my world ruling and world creation. I am doing one new world group or one network. For that I am doing some work. They are not ready to not allow me to do that work. You should not do anything. You got to submit that to myself. You are not fit for anything. By saying this type of activities, they are calling lot of females to their house for sleep with that females, and they are sending lot of polices, armies to shoot. Like that, they are having that much money, so they are giving monies, powers to them. They are getting other country supports because they are networks. And TV network is a network. They are having some other support from other countries like Japan and other things. They are calling their supporters, and they are taking all the females in their mouth, and they are doing their things. If any police go there to try to arrest them, they are shooting or they are killing using weapons, and they are again started their work. This type of criminals, why election commission is allowing this type of criminals inside the election commission? No one knows about that. It is one of the question mark only, because this type of criminals is not required to political people who are serving the peoples, who need to be in who need to be in a service mind towards the people. They are not ready to hear what they are sending to the political party, and they are in some other mind, like taking the properties of the they are some in some other mind, like creating companies in their names by taking the money of the government. But like that they are doing like their own things, and they are shy. Even they are shouting that in the meeting also, by saying I'm having this much powers, this much talents, this much aggressive anti black power, so I will kill you if you said anything outside. Like that they are threatening the people. But this should avoid by the people, by the crowd. Then only this type of criminals will change. Else consumption should not allow this type of criminals to be a MLA. MLA, or even they should not be a Panchayat election board normal normal leader or normal guide. This, then only we can get some improvement in the country growth. That only I explained to election commission, but no one ready to hear anything, because they are saying words, jokes like that. Huh? All are doing like this, so I am also doing like that. By saying some words, they are doing the same, and their other countries are growing their wealth and securities, and they are doing improving their wealth and technologies, and they are going towards the towards the growth. But these type of poor countries are not ready to hear how to develop a country, and they are doing their criminal activities to increase their budget. They are increasing their budget, and they are doing their aggressive, their criminal uh, uh, offensive and activities inside the country, and they are spoiling the special features and the security and other wealth of the country. These type of last 2 days back, I set about one person called as Nakiran that follow along with these type of criminals, saying Pongal day as a Magalir day. By what he is saying, he is also joined with that Stalin group by saying, we are all global president is a fake devotional power. Huh? They are saying like that. So we are also fake devotional power, so we are also calling the females. Nakir, who is in one of the journalists who try to save the people from that Veerapan. In one Veerapan case, they go inside the jungle by government support. They gave some crore money to that criminal, one of the criminal, to go inside to that forest. But they are not ready to give 1 lakh or 50,000 to some poor people for taking hospital or other some healthful works. No one ready to hear anything about that. They are saying some other words, and they are roaming here and there, and they are taking all the powers and manpowers, and they are wasting all things. They are having this much jealous on others, and they are taking how much this type of mentalities they are having. They are taking they are giving man based in the internal tongue. Then only that tongue will lose their power. Then only that language will not come. Like that they are having that much aggressive criminal minded rowdies who are in the TMK party. Huh? I try to point out that Kiran, so I wrote that myself as a fake devotional power. They are coming to my house and saying some words along with them, and they are doing this type of things. In the morning YouTube they gave some, they gave some in the morning they gave some YouTube report. In that report they are calling some female in green sari and they are saying magali dina. They are saying some what is that one, what we will call that one, they are saying they are giving wishes to women's day. It's a Pongal festival. It's one of the Pandigai. They are giving something to Magali Dina festival. They are giving some wishes to women and females by calling one woman to prostitution. This type of jokes is happening inside the Tamil Nadu by Nakiran journalist, who is a very great journalist, I think so. Because he is only a greatest journalist who is fighting for others' rights. On those days, that Nakiran fight against the Lord Shiva by saying some jokes. You wrote some wrong things, so you got to change your words in that writing. Actually, what happened, no one knows. I think they called some females in there, but I think so on those days. These type of people still having some journalist pages and some papers, and they are writing something in their pages. They are also still surviving in the Tamil Nadu by saying something, and they are having some journalist books. Now they are creating some TVs also. It's a great joke. Huh? If I called any female for prostitution, that rowdy Stalin type of peoples and TV type of peoples will give on TV and they will say, you can continue your rowdy activities, I will give financial support to all. By saying this type of words, they will give financial supply and they will create the TV. And they are doing this type of activities. They are continuing their rowdy activities and they are killing the peoples by going inside the houses and they are taking the virgins of the male and female. All the things they are doing. Recently, they said nearly 4 years back, they said to create a. They said actually, I am a global family and global sector related life. What in Tamil Nadu, what they did, they sent me to one Cook village, and from their house they are saying, go to the Nilamangala and sit inside the Nilamangala and take a Neelakatai like Veerapan and give to me. Like that, they are saying something. It's a great joke. Now, what in Veerapan case, what happened, no one knows. Where that money went, no one knows. But they will do this type of words. This type of jokes they are doing, and they are taking government properties and all things, and they are earning their money by saying, we are having this much money, so we will do like that one. This type of activities they are doing, and they are this type of activities they are doing by saying, yeah, I wrote nearly what is called Rajya Sabha, how to select a Rajya members inside the Rajya Sabha. I wrote that to the Rajya Sabha. They are not ready to hear what I am saying to Rajya Sabha, and they are saying, I want one Rajyam. They are saying like that because they are having lot of powers. They are having Raja powers, Rajaputras, and lot of people's manpowers. They are having lot of davams they are having, so they can create their own Rajyam. By saying this type of words, they are sending genotic people, that is cloning mans inside to others house, and they are doing some sexual activities with other family women, and they are calling them to Rajya Sabha, and they are trying to take a project of myself by saying, after doing this type of say some type of unwanted things, they are joined with other country peoples, and they are shouting against, they are diverting their path to some other route, and they are spoiling their life. This type of this type of people are in the head position, they will spoil the life of all the people who are below them, below the state, below the country. There is this is already said to, this is already known to the, this is already known to the people. But we need some, we need some source, we need some powers for this type of, to attack this type of, to suppress this type of powers. So we the peoples need to get, or we the people need to get a knowledge, or they should get some, they should get some, what I can say, lightness, or I can say they should come out from the darkness what they are having, and they should be in the lightness to get this type of awareness in all the places. Why I said this, they are why I said this to media na, they point out one asrama, and they are they said lot of words towards that asrama, but what is actually happened, original that Ranjita Begum was collapsed, power was collapsed by that group, and they that madam was not inside the, that madam was not inside the house. That madam was threatened by the one cloning man inside that house, and his power was collapsed. They are not ready to telecast that. That Ranjita Begum is called as Anna Thravida Muneta Kalaga Arasi or goddess. They are not ready to hear anything about that. They are showing some actress inside that house, and they are showing round that camera in there. That female is doing like this. This person is doing like this. Like that, they are showing some other unwanted things. The main source is already finished there. They are not ready to point out that some actress is doing something there. They are point out that one, and they are collapsing the main goddess inside Tamil Nadu and not ready to set that out. That only I want to point out to others. They are all criminals. They will do like this to others to collapse the powers and all the things of the good things of the global sector, or males and females. They are taking the global sector powers, man powers, and they are collapsing the global sector powers. I am explaining what they are doing. They are placing the man waste over the powers. It will collapse. If one power, that is I am explaining, if one sweet is there, if you placed one man waste inside the sweet, we can't take that sweet. This type of things they are doing to collapse the global sector, and they want the properties of that global sector, and they are calling that female inside that Sun TV and the other TVs to facilitate that powers and their talents. This type of criminal minded things they are doing, and they are threatening others using some weapon powers. This time what happened inside the global sector, total global sector is collapsed by the van activities, that is rowdy activities. They are cutting the head of the global sector presidents, global sector heads, global sector leaders by using the Nilavulaga Dadas, like these type of rowdies like Stalin and other things, and they are threatening all the global sector heads, leaders, and all the presidents. And they are, what is happening, if I try to find, they are doing this type of activities. I find what is happening. I realized the work, what is happening inside the country, and I am explaining that to others. They are trying to cheat the people, and they are trying to kill one caste peoples by saying we are having more money, we are having more talents, we are having more energy and more powers than that caste or that people's. We are having that much experience than that people's. By saying that caste, we are having this much caste, we are having this much experience in our caste. By saying this type of facts, that new caste peoples are trying to suppress by this much caste, and they are trying to collapse the caste peoples by doing this type of activities. They are trying to cut the tongue. You can see that in YouTube. I will try to point out that type of YouTube. We created, try to save the tongue of the god Iyengar god by some operation, also by some films or some sand powers, but they are not ready to hear anything. They are attacking the eternal tongue of the god Iyengar. And you can see in some YouTube, you can see in some YouTube dramas or YouTube pictures, you can see that pictures, some hero was in operation in the throat, and blood was come in the throat. That is because of this type of rowdy like Stalin groups and other groups. And we try to save ourselves, but they are not ready to hear anything. They are calling daily, they are calling global sector females in their house, and they are doing their work, and they are saying we are all rowdies than you, we are having more powers than you, because we are in the work of that type of people. We are also doing that type of people's work, because we are in the starting, so we don't have that much experience, or we don't have that much starting forceful aggressive powers. It is by nature we are starting the work, so we don't have any experience, we don't have any powers, so it is very difficult to bear this type of attacks. So let's see what happening, what they are doing inside the country, how how to solve this type of problems. They are calling some main sources like presidency females to their bed to collapse their powers. They are calling lot of people's